Oh, sorry. Put my hand over it. So this is just going to be a quick run through of the papers that you might be interested in. I got to speed through it because I'm cooking my son's dinner, and he's a little bit antsy in the pantsy about it. But, you know, it's been a long day, so I don't blame him. This first part is all steno paper. There's a little tear on the side there. I could get the edge of that. Tear at the top. And these are all coffee dyed papers that do not smell as good as your polka dot shop papers. Tear at the top. There's a tear at the top of that one. This one I just gnawed a little bit on the top. And this one I chewed on the whole chunk of the corner there. Tear at the top. There's a little tear at the top of that one. I just nibbled on the corner of this one a little bit. There's a big tear on the side right there. This one I just had a big old snack there. That was, you know, I was really hungry that day. This is beet dyed steno paper. And obviously hungry, a huge chunk of the corner chewed on there. And then there's nothing wrong with this one, it's just the last one right now. Red dip dyed 5x7 index card. It's just, you know, a little bit creased there. Come on, guys. So this is a teal card, and it's got a tear. I can do this right there. This one's got a couple of significant tears at the top there, or the bottom, depending on how you want to look at it. This one has a lovely iron mark on it. From when I was ironing, I set it down and I obviously walked away. This is just half a sheet of paper, corners nibbled on a little bit. Purple dip dyed with a tear in it, and those are half sheets of paper. This one you can see right there. Again, that's with the chopstick. I tried it at one point to submerge the paper while it was really hot, because it absorbs the color better if the water is hot, and that did not work out well. This one also has some puckering from the chopstick, and this is another 4x6 with a tear on the top. These are all a light blue color with some coffee stain cross contamination. So this is a gray one that it just came out weird. A little bit of cross contamination, a little bit of cross contamination, same, and this has got kind of a medium amount of cross contamination. This has some puckering and then cross contamination in the corner. There's nothing wrong with this one, it's just the last one. This is a black one, and there's a little damage down here on the bottom. This is a half sheet of the coffee dyed paper. It's got a tear right there. I forgot to wipe my pan, so it's the polka dot coffee dyed paper, but I had also laid some red paper on there. Like, I had cleaned it and laid red paper on there, and then I switched to a batch of coffee, and I forgot to clean the red off, so I got these weird stripies. Same, this one, and these are full sheets. And this one, it's fainter, but it's still there. These are beet dyed papers that had some issues. Most of it's just puckering, and this one has a tear at the top. Let's see. This one has multiple, like, it's just at the bottom, it's kind of chewed up. Let's see. Same thing with this one, the bottom's just a little chewed up. took a little bite out of the corner. I love to snack on them corners. This one has cross-contamination and a tear. That's the side's a little, and then there's a tear at the top. These are, you can see the damage there. There, and a little bit over here. This is the orange paper I just finished, so there's only a couple that got damaged. This one got torn at the top. And this one's got a little tear on the side right here. And the color's not going to come out very good because it's late and I don't have any lights in here. There's nothing wrong with this sheet. It's the last pink undamaged one. Corner snack. Corner snack. This has got some tears right along here. This is somewhere between pink and red, and it's got a pretty good sized tear in it. This is pink as well. I only nibbled on this one a little bit here and here. A little nibble here and a finger punch there. Nibble on the corner. A finger punch right there. Here, this one, now we're into a couple of red sheets. Got a tear right here at the top. Got a tear right here at the top. And then another pink sheet. That's got a finger punch in it as well. Red. Finger punch there and a little tear here. Red with a tear at the bottom. This is kind of a lighter red. I don't know what's wrong with that one. Tear right there, red. And this one's just got a fold in it that I couldn't iron out. Now this is a green one with a pretty good size rip in it. I really went to town with my snacking on this piece of paper. I was really, really hungry that day. This has got a finger punch in it. That's got a tear at the bottom there. This is purple lined paper, and you can see the damage there. Tear at the top on this one. Nibble on the corner. Finger punch in the middle there, and you can see through that. There, there you go. You can see through that. A little damage down here. This one's got a little damage down there too. Rip at the bottom. This one's got a rip at the top here. Little damage at the bottom. And corner, the circle. Oh, it's right here. There it is. There's the damage. This one I was just furious with, and so I obviously have my own paper abuse issues. That one, very sad piece of paper. This is the teal damaged paper, so that's got a big tear in it. Little damage down here on the corner. Had a big old snacky out of this one. And that knot on the corner there, and that corner. Let's see here. Come to me. Tear right there. This one's very light, and it's got a tear right down there. This one has got a tear at the top. This one's got some damage right there. Now these are all coffee dyed papers. So you can see the tear at the top of this one. Oops, there's a black one. Tear at the top there. This one's got a tear at the bottom right there. Corner chompy. A snack attack. And then a little rip right here. Okay, so that's all the damaged papers. And then I had some stuff that, you know, I went around in my little testy bin and pulled out some stuff that I thought you might want. And you can say no to any of these things. Just let me know any things you don't want. Oh, I forgot so there's one of these, paper abuse. It's a receipt that, you know, I had a moment. These are also damaged too. So this is a red dip dye tag that's got corner munch. Red dip dye corner munch. And this has got just a little dent on the corner there, but this is an orange dip dye tag. Little damage right there. This is an extremely dark, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be black or green. I think it's supposed to be the green, but it came out really, really dark. But the little damage right there. And then this one was kind of a weird, I don't know what happened with the dye, which that's kind of cool. But then I snacked on the corner, so. Okay, so if you don't want any, and then there's these two little, they came off other things. So if you don't want anything in there, just let me know what you don't want. Or if you don't want any of it, that's fine too. I'm perfectly fine with that. But these are some other things I thought I could, because I can fit all that in a flat rate envelope. Obviously, I've got crazy mad voodoo origami with my flat rate envelopes, so I can get quite a bit in there. And I know that that won't totally fill it, but that is over a pound of stuff. I weighed it, so that would be the best way to ship it. But I thought I could throw in a couple of brand new orange dip dyed tags if you'd like. Oh, this is not damaged, but it goes in with the other stuff. It just turned out way darker. But if you would like it, you can have that. Then there's just down here, I've got 3, these are my test batches. I was testing different brands of cards, and some of them the lines came off on, so I thought I could throw those in. These are all out of my tester box. This is one of the types I tried. It was a cheaper one. They're a little thinner than what I use now. This is a tea-dyed piece of map, a bead-dyed piece of map, a purple index card, teal index card. This is the next, I sized up the 4x6 teal, 4x6 purple, 4x6 purple, oh, these are 5x7s. This is a 5x7, and this is a 5x7. And there's nothing wrong with those. I just thought I'd throw them in see if you like to use them. These are the message pads I told you about where I just dyed 500 of them. So that's what those look like. This is paper. I bought a big batch of paper from a company that went out of business. Like I bought the contents of a filing cabinet. This one doesn't have the markings on it, but what they did is they repaired instruments and they had blueprints for it. So this is part of a blueprint page. It's probably about a 20-pound paper, but it's like a big, huge sheet of it. So like this is like I want to say 1/10 of it maybe. And I laid some tea bags out to dry on it. So I thought you might like some of that. Here I've got a tea-dyed doily. I think that's a 6-inch one. It might be an 8-inch one. I'm not sure. And some coffee filters. This one obviously got a little jacked up. But these are like the ones I sent you before. These are just coffee and bead dyed ones. I tested this paper out of a reclaimed notebook. And you can use it either way. I think it came with the pattern at the bottom. But you could probably use it either way. This is just like a to-do-y thing, like a planner thing. It's bead dyed. I test all kinds of paper with different dyes just to see what happens. This is calendars from last year that I was trying out. So that one's like the tangerine orange color, although that's coming off as brown on the picture. That's pink. And that's light blue. And then there's a couple of coffee dyed ones. And then I tried it on some calendar pages, and these are circa the 80s and 90s. Oh, no, that's 2016. But they're old planners that the sheets were blank on. So those are coffee dyed. This is some grid paper. It is 4 inches, 4 squares per inch on one side and 5 squares per inch on the other. So I put in a sheet of that. These are all 4 squares per inch, and hole punched. So, and this is a kind of a different quality of paper. The hole punched ones are a little coarser than, and this one is smoother and lighter weight. And then this was like school paper, kindergarten paper. The first kind, well, every kind I've tried, the lines don't stay. So that's some of that. It's just a fun paper to work with. And then this is a 20-pound paper instead of the 24 I usually use. It was just hanging out in there. I thought you might be able to use it. This is a fly leaf off a book that's been coffee dyed. And these are all very light, actually. This is more of the school paper. This is a lighter of the... This is just a... This is old from my son from school. It's all just... I think that's 4 squares per inch. This is coffee dyed phone book pages. And then these are some book pages that I coffee dyed. Now, again, you can say no to any of this. I will not be offended. It's just stuff I went through my tester box and thought I could totally round out your package if you wanted to have these sent to you. And if you would rather that if I've sent you something in the past that you'd rather I subbed in there and I still have some, I'd be happy to add it. So that's what I've got. If you're interested, let me know. If you want to pay for shipping to get it there faster, you can pay the $6.95 for the priority, or I can send it to you when I get paid on the 20th. I couldn't do it before that because I'm super, super broke at the moment. And that's all I have for you. I enjoyed your video today, and I will talk to you later.